Hello, and welcome to the Advanced Paralegal Certificate Course informational webinar from the Center for Legal Studies. If you're a working paralegal or currently earning your paralegal certificate and interested in taking the next step in your professional development, increasing your earning potential, and learning the specialized skills that hiring firms are looking for, you're in the right place. We'll get started in just a moment here to allow everyone to get logged on. Our webinar today will start with a presentation from our Business Development Director at the Center for Legal Studies, Stephanie Elio. Following the presentation, we'll be here for about 15 minutes to answer your questions about the course live. So be sure to drop your questions down in the Q&A feature, and either one of our enrollment counselors working in the background here will respond directly or will respond during the live Q&A. With that, I'm going to introduce Stephanie from the Center for Legal Studies, who will get our presentation started today. Take it away, Stephanie.
Thank you, Emily, and welcome to all of you. We appreciate you taking time out of your evening to join us. Tonight, we're going to learn about the Advanced Paralegal Certificate. We are going to set a few ground rules first. Everyone is here for the same reason, and that is to learn about this program. We do have some of our enrollment counselors in the background that are going to be answering chat questions that you can submit throughout. We get to most of the questions you might think about asking, so you might want to save till that end Q&A and then submit them. Either way, they are back there to help you. Please follow the same rules as always. Be kind, make your questions relevant, and we'll get to absolutely as many as we possibly can. If anything is really out of bounds, you may be asked to leave. The Center for Legal Studies will talk about how we were founded, what we specialize in, how the actual online courses work, what courses we offer, in particular, the 16 subtopics within our Advanced Paralegal Certificate course. We'll talk about California regulations tonight, the actual enrollment process itself, and how to contact us for more information. And then, like I said, we'll get to that Q&A. Let's go ahead and dig in. So the Center for Legal Studies was founded in 1980. We are educational partners with college and universities throughout the country. We work in particular with the continuing education and professional studies departments at those schools. We specialize in training legal support staff. So that includes paralegals, legal secretaries, any type of legal support staff personnel. And we really are proud of the fact that we can bring affordable, flexible training to our students. All of our training is designed to be practical, applicable education. So it's really the skills that you're going to use on the job. The courses themselves are very comprehensive in teaching you those practical skills. In this course in particular, there are, it says 15 here, subtopics offered, things like bankruptcy law, criminal procedure. We'll talk about those in a few moments. All of our curriculum is designed and updated on a very regular basis to maintain on pace, current with the industry, and meet the highest state requirements that exist in the country. Our online courses are delivered in what's called an asynchronous virtual classroom. Basically, what that means is that the course is instructor led. You've got classmates, so you've got connectivity. All of our online students have 24/7 access to the online portal, which is delivered through our systems. So you don't need to worry about any special computer programs or anything like that. As long as you've got internet, you can certainly participate in one of our online classes. There are video printed tutorials available for our online class, even some that you can look at before you register, just in case you haven't taken one of our courses before. The instructor-led classroom, you've got connectivity with the instructor via email tools. Most of our instructors are working professionals, so they do have real jobs, just like most of our students. They let the students know what kind of classroom hours they may have available so that you can get kind of a more ready response or quicker response, but typically they reply within 24 to 48 hours to any email questions, and instructors grade your work. The connectivity you've got with Our team at CLS would provide administrative support to you, technical support, and that's available through normal business hours, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday. All of these courses are 100% online. So where I told you a moment ago, we work with so many colleges and universities, you never physically have to go to the school. I'll probably repeat that and clarify it as we go a little deeper here. I was saying that the courses are instructor-led with opportunities to interact with your classmates. That connectivity is conducted through bulletin board assignments, which all students are required to participate in. You still do not have to be online at any particular time of day or day of the week. Instructors will post what the reading and written assignments are on Monday mornings. Typically, your deadlines are going to be at the end of the week, most likely Sunday. So if you use your evenings during the week or use your weekends to do your course, either is fine, whatever works for you. That 24/7 access is key. Those discussion forums, bulletin board assignments that you have, kind of like a blog. So the question is posted at the beginning of the week by the instructor. Your job as a student is to respond to that topic of conversation. Once you've posted your response, you're able to see your classmates. Some of those bulletin boards get to be quite exciting conversations between students. You have an ability to connect offline as well and speak to other students. The weekly assignments are designed, and the deadlines for those assignments are really designed to keep you on track. Every single one of these subtopics within the Advanced Paralegal Certificate course that we're going to talk about right tonight is completed in a single 7-week session. 7 weeks goes by pretty quick. So with the assignments being handed out on Monday, due at the end of the week, they really are designed for busy adult learners. And at the end of 7 weeks, you're going to be finished with that particular topic. The U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics projects the paralegals to increase between the number of paralegals to increase between 15% between 2016 and 2026. So in about the next 5 or 6 years, this is still most certainly a growth industry. The advantage of taking the advanced certificate helps you to be more marketable. The more training you have, the more education you have, the more valuable you are to an employer. When you have, and we haven't talked about it yet, but we should right now, is our advanced certificate requires that you've met the prerequisite. Prerequisite would be completing our paralegal certificate, a like program, so earning a paralegal certificate somewhere else, or ours, or having worked in the capacity as a paralegal for 2+ years. If you meet any one of those criteria, then you are qualified to take this program. The paralegal certificate provides you with your core skills, your foundational skills that will allow you to work in almost any industry. This program takes you to the next level. You're going to be able to stand out in competitive fields, increase your earning potential, specialize in very specific areas of the law, things like criminal law, family law, immigration law. It allows you to continue learning. The law is constantly changing. Being able to take additional coursework, even though you may already be employed, allows you to be a lifelong learner. Develop professionally, grow in your career. The more skilled you are, the more advancement opportunities will be available to you. On our website, we are very pleased to allow all students to view the syllabus for any course they're going to take before they register. It's pretty easy to find. If you go onto our main website, if you're on a desktop, you can find it from the main toolbar under the About CLS tab. Just hover over that, About halfway down the list, you'll see the word syllabi. That'll give you a direct link to a page where we list the syllabus for every single course we offer. To see the syllabi for each individual topic, you'd simply click on the Advanced Paralegal and then choose the topic that you want to learn more about. So in the previous slide, I was talking about that prerequisite. I want to repeat that for you. This course does require that you have completed a paralegal certificate, either the Center for Legal Studies program or an equivalent program. If you have 2 years experience working as a paralegal, you will also be qualified. One question that may end up coming up later, so I'm just going to address it right now. Frequently, we have students coming for this program that may have taken their training or education in a foreign country, or even be a foreign trained lawyer, internationally trained lawyer from another country. If you have that experience, I'm going to make a recommendation to you. One, if you have not worked as a paralegal, but you're a lawyer in another country and you want to take this advanced program, take the time to read the paralegal syllabus first. Just go through it, sit down, because all of our syllabi list all the learning objectives. So I recommend you go through those, have an honest conversation with yourself. Where are your skills? If you can click through each one of those learning objectives and make a determination that, yeah, I know these things. I've got them down pat. I'm ready to go. Then we're going to allow you to move into the advanced program. We'll waive the prerequisite. If you determine in going through those learning objectives, I really think that I would benefit from learning these things. I didn't get this here or there, then it may be the wisest choice to start with the paralegal certificate and then go to this program. We want our students to be in the best program that is the best fit for them. So if your qualifications are somewhere outside the normal rules, then I recommend you send an email to our enrollment counselors so that we can review the request. You would send it to info@legalstudies.com, and we'll certainly reply and deal with your situation one-on-one. As far as the grades in the advanced paralegal course, they are the same for all CLS courses. And that is, we require a 70% or better minimum passing score on all assignments. There is no cumulative grading in this program or any courses that the Center for Legal Studies offers. The reason for that is when you finish the program, we want to make sure that you're qualified. We want to make sure that you are going to be able to perform well on the job. So, no cumulative grading, 70% or better on every assignment. What happens if you don't pass an assignment? It doesn't mean you're going to fail out of the program. It simply means that for that particular assignment, you will receive additional instruction from your instructor, your teacher, and you'll be allowed to redo the assignment, retake it. Our programs are not designed for you to memorize a bunch of stuff to pass tests, okay? Every assignment that you do, you're allowed to use open book, open notes, any of that. In the real world, if you don't know the answer to something, you're expected to go look it up. Same thing here. Our tests are not timed. You can use all your resources. The real goal is for you to be able to demonstrate that you understand the concepts, that you can relay them back out in the real world appropriately and apply those skills appropriately. Students should expect to allocate anywhere from 8 to 12 hours of coursework a week per topic. There's kind of a gauge that I use with advanced paralegal students. Many of you that are going to take this program have already taken our paralegal certificate course. If you did, the gauge would be, if you scored 90 or above in taking the paralegal certificate and life was pretty good to go, then you can probably do this in about 8 hours a week, taking multiple topics at a time. If you were in the, 80 to 90 range, maybe you want to double that time if life got stressful. If it got really stressful for you in the paralegal course, you want to cut back how many topics, what kind of load you carry in trying to get through this program. We're going to talk about that again in a couple of slides. But for now, that 8 to 12 hour mark, it's an average. Okay. It's based on several things: your personal study habits, your reading comprehension. There's a lot of reading in this program, just like every other CLS course we offer, lots of reading. So if you've got really strong reading comprehension and retention, you're going to be on the lower side. If you're the type of person that just needs to read things more than once and reread it again, then it may take you a little bit longer. But keep in mind, you've got that 24/7 access and you've got a full week to get your assignments done. So whether you're working on it at 6 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, after dinner, on weekends, whatever fits your schedule is going to work for this. Our successful graduates in completing this program have got an entirely new set of skills that they can go out and use in the marketplace. They're able to conduct manual and legal research if you choose the advanced legal research topic. In our paralegal certificate, students got kind of some basic knowledge on Westlaw and basic skills, but there's a specialized topic in this program where you can expand on that and continue to the next level with your Westlaw skills. Find and interpret various types of legal authorities, write legal analysis, brief case opinions, so many things that you're able to learn in these programs. These are the topics available to you. Advanced legal research, I mentioned a moment ago, that's going to take you from where you dropped off in Westlaw training in the paralegal certificate into the next level up. So it has books required, but it will also require a Westlaw subscription. That is the only topic out of this program that requires a Westlaw subscription. As a student of CLS, you always have the opportunity to take advantage, I should say, of the $89 Westlaw for 7 weeks rate. But advanced legal research is the only one that requires it. Alternative dispute resolution, another topic: bankruptcy, business law, constitutional law, criminal procedure, e-discovery, education, estate planning, family law, immigration law, intellectual property, real property, victim advocacy, and water law. So this is a very wide variety of topics. In order to earn the advanced certificate, you need to take 6 of them. Go ahead and move to the next slide. Now, these 6 topics that are required to be taken to earn this certificate, you can take them 1, 2, or 3 at a time in a single 7-week session. So many of you have taken our paralegal certificate already. If you're new to CLS, you'll learn that our academic calendar is divvied out into 6 7-week sessions per year. Every course we have is available every single session. That includes all of these topics. So any one of these topics is available every single session that we have online classes, 6 per year. The next one is coming up around the corner in March. There'll be another in May, and then June, August, October to round out the year. And then we obviously have one in January. When you're taking these 6 classes, there is a finite timeline in which you need to complete all 6, and that is 1 year. Your clock starts ticking when you take the first class. But again, like I said, you can take them 1 at a time, 2 at a time, or 3 at a time. You can even skip sessions. For instance, if you want to take the next session 1 or 2 topics and then skip a session and then take 1 or 2 in the summer and then finish up with 3 in the fall. You can do that. That's perfectly okay. A lot of our California students that this program is actually a requirement, which I'm leading into one of the next slides that we're going to talk about, the California Business and Professions Code. But our California students tend to take them 3+3. If you want to move at that pace, that's when you're going to kind of look at that scale I was referencing earlier. If you did our paralegal certificate, in order to determine what kind of load you think you can handle, look to how that one went for you. If you were in the 90 to 100 range and you got through that first program without too much stress, then you can probably handle 3 at a time, no problem. If you were in the 80 to 90 range and life was getting, a little bit stressful for you, maybe you want to knock it back to 2 at a time. If you were really pulling your hair out through the paralegal program and life was really stressful, really crazy for you, we recommend you take them 1 at a time. You can always, if you get a rhythm going, you can always ramp up. And we're really flexible about that. Okay. So 6 topics within a 12-month period will earn you an advanced paralegal certificate. Every topic available every term. So you don't have to wait for any of them to come around. Your certificate would be awarded by the college or university you select when you register after you've completed the 6th topic. Sometimes students ask, can I take additional topics afterward? Absolutely, you can. The advanced paralegal certificate is not issued unless you complete all 6. We do have some students that come in that want to take just 1 or 2 topics, which is perfectly okay. You can do that. And upon completion, you would add that training to your resume under the education section. But you won't actually earn the advanced certificate until you complete all 6. California Business and Professions Code. So paralegal is an unregulated profession, except in the state of California. The Californians paralegals are required to be in compliance with the California Business and Professions Code 6450. It's actual legislation that dictates how much training you must have to work as a paralegal. So our courses were specifically designed for students to meet the California Code. If you take the paralegal certificate course, it's calculated in clock hours, 90 clock hours, and then the advanced paralegal certificate, which is equivalent to 360 clock hours, you will, or 270, I'm sorry. Combine those two equal 360, which is the same as 24 semester units, which is what you'll see in the code. Let's talk about our enrollment process and our college and university partners. This is a small sampling of the schools that we work with. You'll see a lot of California schools on there. They all do offer our advanced paralegal certificate because it is that requirement that our California folks need. The Center for Legal Studies works with almost 175 current college and university partners throughout the land. What I would recommend you do is go directly to our website, www.legalstudies.com. When you click Find a Course in the top right-hand corner of the web page, you can put in the state in which you live. It'll automatically bring up the schools that are there. If you just bring up the program and do a search by program and online, it'll bring up all the partners. You are free to select any school that we work with that offers the program you choose to take. It is our recommendation at CLS that if we have a school in the area in which you intend to be living and plan to be working, that's the smart choice. The curriculum is going to be the same no matter which partner school you choose because it actually belongs to the Center for Legal Studies. The instructors that teach these programs work for the Center for Legal Studies. But the certificate that you earn upon completion will be issued by the school that you designate when you register. Now, with Advanced Paralegal, you all know that you need to take 6 of those topics in order to earn the certificate. You are not able to change schools for each individual topic. So whichever school you select, you'll need to take all 6 topics through under that same brand, under that same name. Everything, including your tuition, your books, Westlaw subscriptions, can be purchased directly on our website at www.legalstudies.com. The tuition for these topics is $400 per topic. You know you need 6, so total tuition is $2,400. The required books really do vary by topic. Most of those topics that we looked at earlier work with the Nutshell series books. Those are $40, $45 book, and you only need 1. There's a couple topics that might need a few additional books. Estate planning, I think, and advanced legal research might require an extra book. And there are a couple that don't require books at all. Bankruptcy, victim advocacy, those 2 topics don't have books. We upload a lot of content onto the portal during the class for you. I do want to repeat the only topic within this program that requires a Westlaw subscription is advanced legal research. The Center for Legal Studies does offer many payment options. You can pay by credit or debit card upon checkout. We also work with a third-party company called Affirm. Affirm will allow you to take your books and your tuition all in one lump sum. You can simply select that option at checkout screen. They'll do a quick credit check. It's not a hard hit on your credit, so we do encourage all students to apply for it if you're interested. They'll do a really quick check. They do accept a wide range of credit, so it'll take probably about 2-3 minutes. When you're done with that, it'll come back and if you're approved, it will come back to you with several options that will illustrate for you what the payments would be, whether it's 3, 6, 9, 12, up to 18-month payment plans. You'll see all the different payment options there are, and you can select the one that best suits your budget at that time. If you're planning to use the Affirm payment plan, I recommend that you select all 6 topics at the same time. Put the full $2,400 into that payment plan because there is a minimum. I think it's $995 minimum to use a payment plan. So if you put them all in at once, even if you select those topics early and then you take 1 or 2 topics and you change your mind about wanting to take a different topic, you can simply email our enrollment counselors and our support team, and we'll be happy to change up your registration. That's not a problem. So don't worry about putting them all in initially. You'll have flexibility not only in the topic titles themselves, but the sessions in which you want to take them. We'll remain flexible with that as well. The Westlaw student subscriptions, many of you have used that tool already during your paralegal core certificate course. We do offer a very comprehensive access to all state and federal cases, statutes, court rules, West legal forms, and secondary authority, juror legal forms. Support and training is available through Westlaw research attorneys. There is Westlaw tech support, and we have a dedicated webinar training for CLS students. So any support you need involving that subscription, we will be able to provide for you. Next steps, after we do the Q&A, of course, because we do want to try to answer all of your questions, but enrolling is really easy. You can do it on our website, as I described a moment ago. It's as simple as choosing the topics you want to take, the sessions in which you want to take them, put them in your shopping cart and check out. If you have any questions, we do have enrollment counselors that work at CLS, and they're available Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. until 6 p.m. That is Central Standard Time. You can reach them by phone at 1-800-522-7737. And we do respond to emails from info@legalstudies.com. You can send us any questions you'd like. The next session is starting on Monday, March 8th, 2021. We'd love to have you join us, and registration is open. Let's see what we've got in our Q&A. Emily?
All right, thank you, Stephanie. So as we said, we're going to answer some of your questions here live. If you have a question, please put it in the Q&A feature below. And again, we'll either respond directly live on the webinar, or our enrollment counselors working in the background will get back to you. Or again, if we do not get back to you today, feel free to reach out to us via phone or email. So we got quite a few questions when people registered. One person wants to clarify, and I know you went over the California student requirements, but do all the advanced courses allow students to work in any state?
They do, absolutely. All of our curriculum for all of our courses is actually taught on a federal level. The assignments that students do individually, they are asked to use their own jurisdiction. So we teach very broad federal skills that you can take anywhere in the country, use those anywhere. State specific, you'd be using your own jurisdiction. So you'll get exposure to both. But the certificate is absolutely transferable nationwide. And I do want to mention, it is a requirement for our California students to take the course, but approximately 50% of our paralegal students nationwide voluntarily choose to take the advanced program because they know it makes them more marketable, and more training, more value.
Thank you, Stephanie. And you mentioned that Westlaw was only required for the one course, but is there any other reason someone would want a Westlaw subscription or any other courses that it's required for?
If they want to continue practicing their Westlaw research skills on their own, absolutely. It is a perk that any CLS student, if you are registered for a current course, you have access to that special subscription rate. The $89 value is honestly incredible. In a pay-per-click environment, the same level of access that you could use in the 7 weeks for our courses would cost you $3,000 to $4,000. So it's an incredible benefit to being a CLS student, but the only required topic is that advanced legal research. For any other topic, it would be a voluntary measure, simply because you want to continue practicing with that tool on your own.
Great, thank you. We have a question from someone in a state where we do not have a university partner offering the advanced paralegal certificate course. So how would you recommend they choose a school to take it from?
Currently, the Center for Legal Studies has educational partners in all but 6 states in the country. We would love to be in all 50, but we are not. So because things are taught on a federal level, because the course is taught 100% online and you never physically have to go to the school, and for any particular assignments, you'd be using your own jurisdiction anyway, I would recommend that you choose a school that we have in a neighboring state. Get as close as you can.
Thank you. And kind of going off on that, you mentioned obviously the course is 100% online, so it doesn't require students to physically go anywhere, but does it require students to contact that university at all?
It does not. For our partner schools, approximately 170 plus schools, we take the registrations directly on our website for about 85% of those partner schools. The other 15% is going to take the registrations themselves, and our website will direct you to their site to register. Those are the only students that would be contacting the university for any reason. For the ones wherein CLS takes registration, we notify the partner school that you are registered. We notify them when you've completed, and then they get a request from us to issue the certificate to you. All of our college and university partners are working under agreements with us. Many of our partners have been with us long term. I personally have been with CLS for 12 years, and I inherited many of those partner schools. They've been with us longer than I have, and many of them I personally brought on. Our relationships with them are very strong, and the communication that goes back and forth between CLS and the institution, we handle that. So you really don't need to worry about it. Okay.
Great, thank you, Stephanie. Once someone finishes the core paralegal course and their advanced courses, is there anything other that they need to take to begin working as a paralegal?
They are job ready. Absolutely. We have other courses that may interest them down the road. Software essentials for the law office. We've got medical professional, legal nurse consultant. We've got legal investigation. That tends to be a certificate that students like to add on to others. And we're always expanding. So as once you've got these two certificates there, you may want to look through the rest of our course catalog and see if there's something that's a fit for you. But you are absolutely job ready in California with both of these. You're job ready as a paralegal in other states around the country with your paralegal certificate, but more hireable when you have advanced training.
Great, thank you. And can you reiterate again how many courses or how many topics and which topics are required to earn the certificate and how many you can take at a time?
You can take those topics 1, 2, or 3 at a time. Students need 6 topics in order to earn their advanced certificate.
And do those need to be particular topics or topics of their choice?
All your own choosing. We want you to choose topics that you are interested in that are fit for whichever career path you want to go down. Honestly, if it were a bad topic, we wouldn't offer it. So you get to choose any of the 6 that interest you, that you want to take. And like I said, even if you choose all 6 up front and choose to register for the entire program, if as you're taking a couple of topics, you change your mind about what choices you made on other topics and want to change that up a little bit, that's not a problem. We will allow you to do that.
Great, thank you. And I know we're getting a couple questions about more information about the core paralegal certificate course. Of course, we have tons of information about that on our website, but some people are asking if we're going to have another session like this, more focusing on that course. And we are, as well as we have several recorded sessions like this on our YouTube channel, which you can find at youtube.com/the Center for Legal Studies. But we will also be having a paralegal webinar next month. So look out for updates on that if you're interested in learning more about the core course.
In addition, Emily, I'd like to tack something on to that. If you send an email request for information on at info@legal studies, just send a request for information about paralegal, and one of our enrollment counselors will send you back an email that's got a copy of a recorded paralegal webinar in it.
Thank you, Stephanie. Does CLS help with job placement or resume writing?
We don't do any job placement per se. We do have a careers page on our website where employers will post opportunities and job openings for specifically for our students. They've hired our graduates in the past. They know how qualified they are. So anytime they have an opening, they choose to post that with us. You'd find that on our careers page under the About CLS tab on our website at legalstudies.com. As far as resume writing, you're certainly free to send your cover letter and resume to your instructor for review. They'll be happy to make comments on it for you and advise you on anything that could use an update or a change or to present yourself better. They're not going to help you write it, but they will certainly give you some advice on it. If you want to take advantage of that service, it's something that you want to ask your instructor closer to the end of the topic, the end of the course itself that you're taking, and you need to be proactive. They're not going to, hold up a big card and say, okay, everybody hand me your resume. You'll need to reach out to your instructor, and you can do that via the email communication tools within the online system. But they'll be happy to do it if you ask.
Great, thank you, Stephanie. We have some questions about the specific topics. Can you reiterate where students can find more details on the course curriculum and the differences between each topic?
Sure. The syllabus is available for each and every topic on our website at legalstudies.com. If you pull up Advanced Paralegal and click online, you'll get to a landing page. You can click into any one of those and get to the page itself that lists the topics. Those are all hyperlinked back to the syllabus. You can also go directly to our syllabus menu, which is located under the About CLS tab on our main website at legalstudies.com. When you hover over the About CLS tab, you're going to see the word syllabi in the middle of the drop-down box. Give that a click. On that chart that lists every course that we offer in every format that it can be delivered, you'll see Advanced Paralegal Certificate. Click on that. You'll see all 15, 16 topics available, and just click on the individual topic name. It will take you directly to the syllabus where all the learning objectives are listed, goes over the books that you need. It's got reading charts, grading policies, everything you want to know about that particular course.
Great, thank you. We have just a few minutes left for our webinar today, but again, if you have any more questions, please drop them in the Q&A, or if we don't get to it, you can call or email us. But we'll get to a last question or two here. One question we have, you mentioned the next course start date. When is the enrollment period for that? When should someone enroll by?
Enrollment is open. Registration is open always. All future courses and sessions, the enrollment is open. We do recommend at minimum that you try to get registered at least 2 weeks prior. That enables us to process your registration documents, get your book order processed, get your book shipped out to you. You have time to review the syllabus and start off on a good foot. We do accept registrations right up to the day classes start, but like I said, it is strongly recommended that you try to get registered at least 2 weeks prior. For the next session that begins on March 8th, we're taking registrations every day currently.
Great, thank you. All right, with that, we're going to close out the webinar here. Thank you to everyone for attending today. Again, if you have any further questions, you can call or email us at info@legalstudies.com, or the phone number is on the screen or can be found at legalstudies.com. Please do not hesitate to reach out to us. Our enrollment counselors are available and ready to help you. We'll be sending out the video recording of this webinar if you would like to watch it back, so please look out for that in your email inbox by the end of the week. And as mentioned, our next course session begins on Monday, March 8th, so now is the perfect time to enroll. Thank you all again, and a special thank you to Stephanie for your time this evening. Have a great day, everyone.
Thank you so much. We look forward to having you.